Steve's agreed to come today. He's supporting the Telstra workers. He's given us a lot of support in the past when we tried to fight the sale of Telstra and the privatisation of Telstra. And we're really pleased he's here to support us today. So I just
Thanks, Lee. Delighted to be here, actually, and to lend some support to your campaign. Obviously, you're all aware that there's been a major change in the culture of Telstra over the last 10 years, and of course everybody would know the reason for that, and that was because of Howard's obsession to actually privatise it. So following those processes, that's what he's done. It's a debate that I have to say that the Labor side of the argument is now lost, because he won that election and proceeded with the full privatisation of Telstra, and we had to very reluctantly accept that because we believe in planning for the future rather than arguing over the past. But what it's done is left a lot of residual bitterness, if you like, between the company and its employees, and that's been made worse by the environment that John Howard's created in changing the Workplace Relations Act. I might point out too that John Howard had no mandate to do that. In fact, John Howard said in the run-up to the 2004 election there would be no changes to the current IR system, a precise election commitment. And of course what changed was the Liberals gained the majority of numbers in the Senate. That gave Howard a free hand to virtually do what he liked. So what he's done, he's dragged out all of the old principles and policies that he's been pursuing since he entered Parliament in 1974, essentially anti-worker, certainly anti-union, is now in the process of implementing them. And of course all the rumours around the place are that if they're back into power again at the next election, we're going to see even further changes to the Employee Relations Act, which will further discriminate against employees and certainly discriminates against trade unions. And of course Telstra is only too pleased to take advantage of that. Their American style of management fits perfectly with what Howard's trying to, in fact has put in place. It might be the American way, it might be the Liberals' way, it's certainly Telstra's way, but it certainly isn't the Australian Labor Party way. Labor was the party that actually legislated for fairness all those years ago when we were formed by the trade union movement. It's been Labor, it's been the party of fairness, looking after the interests of working people, working families, individual workers, and we've battled for all of these years, 200 years almost if you like, although we were born in 100 years ago. It's been that Labor philosophy that's kept fairness into the ethos of the Australian culture, and only Labor will continue to do that. If anybody's got any doubts about that, they just look at what's happened in the last 10 years. And as I said before, I fear that if Howard gets back into government, and there is an outside chance that he will, the polls are looking very encouraging at the moment. They always do this far out from an election. Once the campaign proper gets underway, we're seeing almost $1 billion being spent of your money, taxpayers' money being spent on government advertising, would ought to be spent by or paid for by the Liberal Party. They've got no scruples about doing that, and then they'll unleash another blitz, if you like, of advertising during the campaign, and the polls will start to even out again. So we have to be ever vigilant, we have to be ever aware of what's likely to happen, we have to stick together, and I know the ACT has done a terrific job, if you like, in highlighting the plight of people who are affected by these new laws. They've actually been the forefront of the campaign against it, and I congratulate them for it and all their affiliated unions. But the fight will come to a head at the ballot box at the next election. So when you get the opportunity to mark that ballot paper, I want you to do it in a very angry manner and blow away the Tories and Howard and those people who are hell-bent on penalising working people for the next 10 or 12 years at least. Yeah. So thanks very much for paying attention today, and good luck with the campaign.